All right, everybody, this is one of those bottom of the heart videos from me to you. Today, when I was sitting down having dinner, I thought of 5 things masculine men do to maximize attraction. And personally, I believe that majority of modern men are completely unaware of these things that I'm about to tell you. Grab a glass of water, grab a coffee if you want one, do something, and buckle up because we're about to dive in. So the very first thing that I believe a masculine man does, to optimize his life, to become more attractive, to reach his potential. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. Point number 1 would be forward future thinking. I'll say that again, forward future thinking. What we're going to talk about with this point would be second and third order consequences that most men don't see, and I'm going to teach you how to keep pushing when times get tough. So what I'm going to explain with this point is it really could be anything. It could be your business, it could be your fitness, it could be your dating life. Forward future thinking. What that actually is despite you being able to have a good vibe with everybody and be present in the moment, you're thinking about your future and your next moves that you have to do in order to get ahead. And on top of that, you're actually calculating what you're doing right now in the moment and how long it's going to take you to get back to your routine. So I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. When I say forward future thinking and second and third order consequences, second and third order consequences would be something like this. Let's say you decide to go out with your friends drinking. So let me give you an example. First consequences would be you wake up the next day with just a pounding headache. That's the first consequence that you run into. But maybe second and third order consequences would be now you're not eating as good of food that day, and now you skip the gym because you feel sick. Well, see, those are the second and third consequences that most guys don't see. They maybe will look at the immediate consequences for, an action, but they don't think about how it actually is going to impact their future. So everything that you do, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be the expenses that you're paying for. It could be overspending. It could be eating the wrong types of foods to actually fuel you. It could be skipping the gym. It could be anything. All of these things adds up to where a woman either looks at you and goes, he's competent or he's not. He's competent and he understands what he's doing in life, or he doesn't. He's competent or he's not. Your job is to have forward future thinking. So everything that I'm doing, I'm constantly planning how this is going to impact my future, and I'm setting things up in a way for myself to stay on my routine. So you have to get yourself dialed in. This is your sleep, this is your fitness, this is your routine, this is your self-development, this is reading the right types of books that you need to read for yourself, investing in the right types of mentors. You have to do the things to think about the future. Most guys only think about next Friday or next Saturday or what their plans are this weekend. And it's you want to have a bit more control over your goals in life than just that. So that's number 1. A masculine man has forward future thinking because he will look at the second and third order consequences that could happen if he doesn't actually do the things that he needs to do right now. That's number 1. Number 2, the second thing that masculine men do in order to maximize their own attractiveness and just aura, demeanor, is they are not focused on trends. You as a masculine man, you're not focused on trends or attached to the latest and greatest thing coming out. It could be the latest and greatest technology, it could be the latest fashion, it could be the latest clothing. You just don't need it. So the second thing that a masculine man does in order to maximize his own attractiveness is he's not focused on trends. I don't care what new type of cell phone is coming out. I don't care what new type of gaming console is coming out or new video game. I don't care what type of new clothing or fashion trend is coming out. If you are attached to almost materialistic things in order to give you a sense of self-fulfillment, you are ruining your natural, almost ability to pursue your goals and actually find who you are. Because the problem is you're constantly looking at It could be advertisements, it could be a bunch of different things that has like sucked you into thinking that you need all of this. You think that you need the latest and greatest clothing, the latest and greatest car, the latest and greatest fashion, the latest and greatest this or that. And the problem is like a lot of times what you see with modern men is their entire like confidence and self-image and self-esteem is like rooted in these things. And it ends up making up that guy's sense of self, or like that guy's identity and who he is and how he carries himself. Listen, who you are needs to be made from the inside out. And what that means is your inside out character development. That means the internal things about you, your confidence, your self-esteem, your character, your dedication, your discipline. That starts to show on the external, the inside out. The internal things that people can't see, confidence, self-esteem, dedication, being able to stick to things, planning out your life, that stuff that's built on the inside, that character development starts to show then with who you are. He's confident and sure of himself and okay no matter what he's wearing, no matter how expensive or inexpensive the clothing, like it doesn't matter, because now your image and your self-esteem is rooted in something real. It's rooted in something that you built and who you are. If you constantly need the latest and greatest things, a lot of times you end up constantly chasing the material. You constantly chase things of the material or materialistic. And what you have to remember is, in order to get to like a good masculine state, it's about removing the things that you thought you needed. Because when you actually get down to the bare essentials or the bare bones of what you need, you'll realize that it's not that much. A few pieces of clothing, a couple good friends, some good food, and now all of a sudden, because you've removed a lot of the distraction, you now finally have focus. You can finally get locked in. Most guys never get to this step. Point number 3, very important to understand, and this is something that has only started to click for me as I've gotten older. You have to actually fully step into who you are. You have to step into who you are. And here's what I mean by that. When you start to understand that there is only one of you, you are unique, okay? Like, think about it. God only made one of you. There's only one of you. You step into that uniqueness, you start to find your true self-identity and who you are. And a lot of things comes with this. First and foremost, you finally realize you're unique. Secondly, you finally find your natural God-given purpose. And a lot of times that solidifies and fortifies your identity. And a lot of times on top of that, you actually start to find your career. You start to find path in life. This is so important to understand. As a man, you have to step into who you are. A lot of times, even the reason why women might even prefer like older men, for example, would be like the confidence of just knowing himself. There's more attractive qualities with age because the man has had to go through things that makes that guy more solid, or it makes him more sure of himself. When you can merge that purpose, okay, right here, that God-given purpose that you have with your own unique identity, you can start to actually become something that you never thought that you could be. A lot of times when guys finally step into that, they step into that identity, that aura, they start to find career, they start to find their true passions in life, they actually can build themselves. But it starts with you putting in the work. It starts with you actually every single day understanding that it is your job to constantly keep pushing. You have to constantly keep pushing, because listen, the phrase that I like to use is like the rent is due every day. Point number 4, okay, a masculine man does not need a lot of variety. I don't care if it's restaurants, I don't care what it is, he doesn't need a lot of variety. He's able to actually stay the path and just stick to what I would call like old reliable. For example, if there's 2 restaurants, let's say you're with your girlfriend, a lot of times the girlfriend is going to say, hey, no, let's try this, it's brand new, and it's in town, it's brand new. You don't necessarily know if it's good or not, but what you're going to find most of the time is if you stick to what you know is good and you stick to what you know works, and this could be with anything, right? Not just the restaurant example, I'm talking about anything. The more you stick to what you know works and you get good at it and you keep actually trying to persevere, me doing the same repetitive success habits has gotten me to where I am in every way, shape, and form. From me being consistent with this channel to me doing the exact same exercises in the gym for the past 11 years to build my body. Progression. Everything is about progression. It's not trying a bunch of different things. It's not constantly trying to find the new thing. It's about actually understanding discipline and routine, because you know yourself and you know that if you just stay the course, if you just stay the path, you're going to get ahead. So that is point number 4. A masculine man does not need a lot of variety. The point I'm trying to make is this: when you actually get down to the essentials of what you need to perform, you realize that almost everything else ends up being a distraction, and it pulls you further away from your goal. Reaching your goals in life is about removing distractions and removing things. It is not about adding more things. Now, point number 5, some of you might hate me for this, but I don't care. A masculine man does not make excuses. I see the same excuses year after year that every single guy has for why they're not either at the point they want to be at in life when it comes to their own success, when it comes to their dating life, when it comes to their fitness, when it comes to anything. Literally anything. Excuse after excuse. Oh, I couldn't get to the gym. My family was in town. I wanted to, I wanted to do this or do that, but my friends were in town. They wanted me over here. It was my cousin's birthday. Now it's my niece's birthday. Now it's my nephew's birthday. Now it's my aunt's birthday. Now it's my mom's birthday. Now it's my dad's birthday. The fantasy football thing that my friends want me to go to. I had to go watch the game over at, the party last week with my friends. My friend wanted me to do this. It's so tough. I got this person in town, and my girlfriend wants me to do this. It's like, I need a vacation. I need a relaxation day. I need a chill day. I need to hang out. I had some stuff to do. I couldn't do it. Just excuse after excuse. When it comes to their diet, I needed a cheat day. It's like another year goes by. You still don't have what you want to have. You still don't have six-pack abs. You still don't have any of the stuff you want. Nothing. And it's just the excuses add up. A masculine man doesn't make excuses, because he's able to say one word that most guys can't, and that word would be no.